Remember the TV spots from a few years ago? It's gonna be a Subaru summer. Well, it kind of has been for me, and it started with the excellent new Crosstrek, and then went to the middling Ascent, and then finishes here with the it looks like fun but really isn't new Impreza, a segment that Subaru might want to consider abandoning. Now, why do I say that? Well, for one, hatchbacks aren't really a thing consumers want anymore. Secondly, if you're truly dedicated to the Subaru brand, you would be better served either going with a new Crosstrek or perhaps stepping up to the WRX. And lastly, for nearly $30,000, there are a myriad of cars on the market that would kick this car's butt. And that new Kia Seltos I recently tested immediately comes to mind. Now, it does have a really soft and supportive driver's seat. I like that. It sits really low to the ground for easy roof loading, and of course it has Subaru's hallmark all-wheel drive system. Otherwise, this RS trim is the perfect example of it being all show and no go. Sedans and stick shifts have been shown the door for this all-new 2024 6th generation Impreza, but there is a more powerful engine option now, and the only way to get it is by choosing this resuscitated RS trim, the new range-topping Impreza, with a starting MSRP of $28,975. As a step up from the standard 2-liter Boxer 4, this 2.5 invites 182 horses to the Impreza party. That's 30 more. It produces a maximum of 178 pound-feet of torque while working through a CVT that you yourself can shift as a faux 8-speed via the paddle shifters. There's a sport-tuned double wishbone suspension in the rear and larger front brakes, while 18-inch V-speed rated rubber by Yokohama provides the grip. And you've got to hand it to Subaru. It does look the part of a racier RS model, with plenty of black accents and LED front lighting, nicely complementing the pearl paint. With the red RS badges, it's a looker, and certainly portends plenty of fun, but it's difficult to find said fun when the powertrain is such a dud. The ride quality is surprisingly soft and almost squishy. Not what I was expecting from an RS, but it is very comfortable. It's also relatively quiet in here. But the lack of engine and the unpleasant sounding CVT definitely dampen this car's spirit. There's just a lack of urgency here that, when mixed with the reluctant CVT, makes for a less than driving experience. Subaru says this all-wheel drive system now reacts faster to power distribution, and it does come standard with wheel-specific torque vectoring. The Impreza also benefits from sharper steering thanks to its WRX benefactor, but what can I say? It just doesn't move the excitement needle, which brings me back to my original point, which is why? Now, I really like the new WRX, which comes with a spirited turbo and can be spec'd with a 6-speed manual for only $500 more than this one. And if you're enthusiastic enough to be attracted to this RS trim, wouldn't it make sense to spend a little more and get something that's really fun to drive? Anyhow, with the addition of a power driver's seat, moonroof, and Harman Kardon audio system that indeed lives up to its premium status, this Impreza RS stickers for $31,045. As for the cabin, it looks sharp too, with unique cloth upholstery and red accents, some key leather touch points, sport pedals, heated seats, a wireless charge pad, and the typical barrage of Subaru safety features, including the latest version of EyeSight, which uses cameras with wider coverage to better avoid collisions. The big touchscreen with wireless phone projection also makes its Impreza debut, a very solid infotainment system, but as I've noted before, the substantial safety features feel too front and center for me. I'd rather they just work as opposed to always being all up in my grill. The 5-door body style lends itself to lots of room, from the spacious rear seats to the SUV-like cargo area that's low and easy to load. Though I can't imagine even less engine, a base Impreza for $24,000 likely makes more sense than this RS trim. Gas mileage is rated at 29 mpg in mixed driving. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.